Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the Dreaded D Rose report. What kind of news I got today? Well, this is it. TNA Knockout Tara's formerly Victoria, WWE, has posted a picture of on Twitter with several of her WWE old friends, including Candice Michelle, Ashley Massaro, and Tori Wilson. I checked it out. It's worth hunting around on the internet to find. Chris Jericho, he's fired back at Eric Bischoff and TNA for comments Bischoff made about him on Bubba the Love Sponge show this week. Why people listen to him is Bubba, I don't know. Anyway, when Chris Jericho's name came up during the conversation, Bischoff said Jericho never got a big push in WCW because they didn't see Jericho as a world champion material. So, Jericho fired back at Bischoff by saying, well, he said that may be true back then, but right now, he said, I wouldn't make world champion material in TNA because I'm not 50 years old and older. Alright, Jim Ross on his blog, he said, John Cena just can't slow down. He said he prepares to try to win the Royal Rumble this Sunday in Atlanta. Cena pops a nice TV rating for Psych also on this last Wednesday, and then plays golf this week with Michael Jordan and Derek Jeter for charity in Tampa area. Ross also says, yes, some of my friends made some unwanted and unnecessary headlines this week, but as he mentioned earlier, he said this week, as a serious legal matter, was made out of it, but it's really not. So he said, people, you used to go around and drink, and moderately, but then some go to an excess, and then you get in some kind of trouble. He said, thank goodness no one was DUI. During an interview with Brian Fritz of AOL Fan House, WWE Champion Sheamus commented on his huge year with World Wrestling Entertainment. Brian said, it's been a roller coaster ride from the time we spoke in FCW. My WWE tenure has been like a dream come true. He said, I started out with the opportunity in ECW in June. He said, moved on over to Raw, and I was beating up everybody in ECW. I felt sorry for the entire roster. Yeah. Then on Raw, he said, I became champion within 6 weeks, and now going to the Royal Rumble as WWE Champion. It's actually my first pay-per-view as WWE Champion is going to be at the Royal Rumble, and a very special pay-per-view for me, actually. Said, I've always loved wrestling as a kid. I remember coming from Dublin, Ireland, and 5 hours ahead, I'd sneak downstairs with my parents asleep just to watch at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning wrestling. So this is very special for me. So far, it's been an incredible couple of months. F4W Online says, as noted, I was telling you about Kurt Hawkins worked as a color commentator at a recent WWE developmental taping for the TV down there. Hawkins said on his Twitter he wasn't trying out. He was just it was just going to be a one-time deal. If he does very good, it'll be longer than that. Alright, Dave Meltzer reports that there's talk within WWE of making a Raw 3 hours each week if TNA moves to Monday night for good. There's also been talk of keeping the guest host storyline going, booked if TNA goes on Monday. So by doing a 3 hour, what's your opinion? If Raw went 3 hours, is that going to just kill, TNA, or is it just going to still be okay? And apparently USA is high on Raw going for 3 hours, but Vince and Stephanie, they're both said to be against it. Word is that something being talked about a lot, and amongst some in the company. But it'd just be hard to work for Vince and Stephanie, but shoot, I think it'd be worth it. And to get a lot of extra people that's on their roster some airtime. This past Tuesday's episode of WWE Superstars on WGN scored a 1.0 rating with 962,000 viewers, replayed at a 0.2 rating with 200,000 viewers. That's as many as I got on this. Anyway, here's an explanation about why possibly Santino's been removed from the Royal Rumble said about January 25th, Monday Night Raw, after Santino was assaulted by Swagger during a commercial, Santino was still lying on the ground, and a couple of crew members were checking on him. After about 3 minutes, Santino finally got up, was taken to the back. Says, this guy that wrote this says, I really don't know if it was a legit injury or not, but it could be, since he was taken out of the Royal Rumble. That could mean, obviously, you know, he was hurt. Of course, it could have been seldom. All right, Chris Jericho, he's appeared on Fox News yesterday and was sporting a black eye, presumably from the earlier incident in the week where he was arrested. Oh, it's probably the cops. They probably did it. Jericho was noted on his Twitter account that he had TMZ cameras kicked out of a in-store album signing with his band Fozzy. F4W Online says, DirecTV is advertising a new episode of TNA Before the Bell to promote February's Against All Odd pay-per-view. The commercial may be a spoiler upcoming storylines with TNA, as it notes that Samoa Joe will be challenging for the TNA World Heavyweight title. Didn't know he was a champion, huh? Scott Hall, Sean Waltman, they've been removed from the upcoming Impact video. As noted before, TNA is apparently planning on holding all of its X Division pay-per-views with this year's Ultimate X event in March. Promotional material for the show has been reading like the past, the present, the future collide in an X Division pay-per-view. They might get a good buy on that, not sure. The Northwest Wrestling promotion is touting that the hottest free agent in wrestling is coming for an appearance and will make the announcement during a Mickie James appearance. They're promoting it today in Newburgh Mall in Newburgh, New York. We're going around that it will be Jeff Hardy. We'll see. Ring of Honor has filed a lawsuit against Ric Flair for Flair allegedly owing the company about $40,000, says Ring of Honor, that he said he failed to live up to his contractual obligation to the company from working with them last year, which I believe Flair was supposed to do X amount of events for him, but then Vince called him over to WWE and he took off. The lawsuit says that Flair signed a 5 appearance, well, this may explain it, 5 appearance deal for Ring of Honor house shows for $10,000 an appearance, more than I get. Flair failed to appear at the scheduled shows from July 09 and has failed to return $10,000 for that appearance, and the suit says that Flair only attended was one Ring of Honor taping after agreeing to appear in authority figure, you know, on the roll TV. But Flair was paid $35,000 for the TV appearances and only made 1. Maybe his math's not good. Just ask IRS. This week's TNA Impact did a 1.4 rating, a new record for the company for Thursday night broadcast. The show did, this is kind of odd, 1.46, and then did a 1.3 with an average of 1,867,000 viewers. The show peaked at the first 15-minute segment with a 1.51 rating. So as the show went on, they lost viewers. Not supposed to do that. All right, the Georgia, I think I got enough for the last thing on here. Atlanta, Georgia, 70,000 person Georgia Dome will be the host of WrestleMania 27 next spring, according to AccessAtlanta.com. WWE will be making the announcement on Monday at a press conference at the Georgia Dome. Atlanta has long time had a reputation at the highest level of sporting events. Adding a WrestleMania 27 to her list would be further showcase that Atlanta is the sports capital of the world. Well, if it holds 70,000, I'm going to be out there panhandling, and please give me just $1 a piece from everybody goes in. I'd like that. Have fun. I gotta go.